Welcome to the DoubleACS Daily News. After much discussion and input from the community, the Attleboro Public Schools have decided to reopen for the 2020-2021 academic year. There will be a mix of remote learning and in-person learning. To learn more, we spoke with the superintendent.
On Wednesday, August 5th, the school committee voted to approve our proposed plans for how to operate with COVID. And they also voted to start the year in a hybrid mode. So the state, asked us to create plans for in-person learning with restrictions, hybrid, and remote. So the plans include all those things because theoretically we might move from one mode to another at any time. And then we had to pick what we were going to start with. And the recommendation from the administration was to start with hybrid, and that is what the school committee opted to do. For our kindergarten through 12, most students are experiencing basically 2 days of school in person and 3 days remote. First, there's a group of students who cannot return to school safely due to their own health issues. A return to school is just not possible. So we have to create an option for them to educate them throughout the year, because it's unlikely that at any point during the school year will we be able to offer in-person learning without restrictions. We've created a full remote option for those students, which we're calling the Attleboro Virtual Academy, AVA. As there are some families who are not comfortable to return their students, we figure because we have to establish the AVA for students who need it anyways, we've opened that up, and so we have a number of students who will be starting the year in the AVA, and we're busy trying to figure out exactly how many of that is. So, a lot of questions, parents have tough decisions to make. So, between now and August 26th, we're going to try to nail down where everybody is going to start. So there is a portion of students who are going full remote, and we estimate that that's going to be somewhere in the 15 to 20% range. So the rest of the students are going to be operating under our plans, which again is starting in hybrid. And so what hybrid means is that each class will be cohorted into two groups, cohort A and cohort B. And so cohort A will come to school on Mondays and Thursdays, and cohort B will come to school on Tuesdays and Fridays. Everyone has Wednesday as a full remote day. Now, there are some students with needs that, for programming reasons, they'll be coming in 5 days a week on Wednesday as well, but that's a pretty significantly low group of students, and that's, again, based on program needs. We have to meet all the normal federal laws around delivering services for our special ed students in accordance with their individual education plan. So that's one of the reasons why some kids will be in 5 days a week, because if their IEP says that they need services 5 days a week, then we have to provide that for them. So that explains why that's one of the groups that have to have the 5 days. For the students who are joining us in person for the hybrid model, they'll be in their CTE classes, and CTE is a mix of hands-on and related classwork. So the theory will be done remotely, and then on the days that they're in person, that's where they'll get their time in the shops doing the hands-on work. We will be able to allow students who opt for the AVA to stay in their CTE program and to take that program remotely. The teachers are going to work through the details on that. We had to adjust start times slightly. We had to ensure that there's enough time for the bus drivers to do a full cleaning of the bus between runs, and that's in accordance with the guidance as well. So there's 45 minutes between each start. So I believe, off the top of my head, I believe it goes 7:15 for high school, 8 o'clock for middle school, and 8:45 for our elementary schools. Transportation guidelines are pretty strict. As we now know, we should be very concerned about airflow. The buses will be operating with the windows open as much as possible, and students have to be really spaced out well to keep them safe, considering that that is an enclosed environment. So we only can carry a third of the normal number of students. If we were operating in person, we would not be able to transport all of our students. But with hybrid, because it's only half the students coming on any given day, it works out that we can get all the kids in.